Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another video. It's that time again to go over our daily MLB predictions. We're going to go over all 15 of our Major League Baseball games today, and we're going to give the predictions on the outcome, who's going to win, lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts? What are your favorite picks today? Make sure to let us know in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate, guys. It has been a couple days, but we are officially back with our baseball. We go over all these games every day. We break them down. If you're a sports fan, baseball fan, football fan, we also do the same thing for NFL, college football. Any sports fans, make sure that you like and subscribe. Let's not waste more time. This season is really flying by right now. Our very first game that we're going to be taking a look at is going to be at 2:20 p.m. on MLB Network. The 72 and 74 Tampa Bay Rays back under 500. Kind of caught a little steam the last 2 months, but it didn't last long. They're on the road versus the 83 and 63 Chicago Cubs, one of the best all-around teams in baseball. Definitely one of the better offenses. Right now, Tampa Bay, 31.4% chance to win. The Cubs, a 68.6% chance to win. Chicago's 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Tampa Bay plus 145. The Cubs minus 175. This Rays offense, the stats aren't bad. 4.5 runs a game. 252 average, 166 home runs, 181 steals. That's first place, game of 3.88 runs a game. Cubs 4.9 runs a game, hitting 248, 196 home runs, 149 steals. They have power. They have speed, top 5 in both categories, only giving up 3.86 runs a game. Shane Baz on the mound right now for the Rays. 9-11 record, a 4.94 ERA, 155 innings, 164 strikeouts. He is a strikeout pitcher, but he's given up 26 home runs. That's a lot of homers here, facing a top 5 overall home run hitting team. Chicago, Matthew Boyd on the mound, 12-8 record, 2.92 ERA, 166.1 innings, 145 strikeouts. I got to go with Boyd. Got to go with the Cubs at home at Wrigley. Chicago wins. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. In our second game on MLB TV at 6:45 p.m., the 64 and 83 Pittsburgh Pirates. This team can pitch. They just struggle to give their pitchers some run support. They're on the road versus the Washington Nationals. A 60 and 86 record. Not the best record by far. They can score some runs. They can't pitch, so they're the complete opposite. Right now, the Nationals, 56.6% chance to win. The Pirates, a 43.4%. But Pittsburgh is the Vegas favorites. 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. The Pirates, minus 110. The Nationals, also minus 110. So Vegas is letting you know both of these teams a real good shot to win this game. Right now, Pittsburgh coming in here, 3.6 runs a game. That is not going to cut it. 232 average, 105 home runs, 109 steals, but they're only giving up 3.87 runs a game. The Nationals, 4.3 runs a game. 245 batting average, 140 home runs, 122 steals, and a 5.3 runs a game. Awful pitching. Starting rotation isn't good. The bullpen's not any better. Right now for the Pirates, Mitch Keller on the mound. Pretty decent number, 6-14 record of with a 4.16 ERA. That's not the best ERA, but come on. He only has 6 wins. He should have a lot more wins, and that gives this guy some run support. 162.1 innings, 136 strikeouts. Going up against Brad Lord, 5-8 record. 4.2 ERA, 109.1 innings, 92 strikeouts. Even though the Pirates are the favorites here, give me the Nats at home to pull off the upset. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. 6:45 p.m. on MLB TV. The 74 and 73 Kansas City Royals just barely holding on one game above 500 versus the 87 and 60 Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies, one of the best overall teams in baseball. Very veteran, experienced lineup, deep pitching staff. Philadelphia here, 60.1% chance to win. KC, 39.9 on the road. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Philadelphia minus 120. Kansas City is even. The Royals, the big issue for them is definitely not pitching. Top 5 overall pitching staff. It is the offense, only 3.8 runs a game. 244 average, 138 home runs, 101 steals, and 3.67 runs a game. This team can pitch. They also just need some help from that lineup. Phillies 4.8 runs a game, and they are rolling right now. 260 batting average, one of the best hitting the ball, 184 home runs, 116 strikeouts. They have one of the best contact ratios, one of the best walk ratios, and they're only giving up 3.78 runs a game, even without Zach Wheeler, one of the deepest rotations in baseball. On the mound for KC, Michael Lorenzen, 5-10 record, 4.63 ERA, 124.1 innings, 110 strikeouts. Going up against Walker Buehler here, cut by the Red Sox. Walker Buehler 7-7, 5.45 ERA, 112.1 innings, 84 strikeouts. He's given up 22 home runs. It's a very difficult game to call. I don't trust Walker Buehler. I don't trust the KC offense. The Phillies are at home. Very, very tight. Which way do you go? It's practically a pick-em for me. I'm going to go with KC here. I want to see what Walker Buehler looks like for the Phillies. Give me KC winning this one, the plus 1.5, and I will also again go with the under. MLB TV, 7:07 p.m. The 69 and 77 Baltimore Orioles. This team does not have a good pitching staff. It's, pitching a little better than the last couple months, but they have a pretty good offense, younger lineup on the road versus the 84 and 62 Toronto Blue Jays. First place in the AL East. The Blue Jays, one of the best overall offenses in baseball, the number one batting average in baseball. Right now, Toronto, 61.5% chance to win. Baltimore, 38.5%. The Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Baltimore's plus 115. Toronto minus 135. The Orioles, 4.3 runs a game, 240 batting average, 173 home runs, 103 steals, and a 4.58 runs per game. Toronto, 5.0 runs a game, 268 batting average, good enough for number one in baseball. 176 home runs, 72 steals, and a 4.19 runs a game on the mound for Baltimore. Trevor Rogers has been extremely consistent this season, and he pitches the Blue Jays very good. He has an 8-2 record of 1.51 ERA. That is great. 95.2 innings, 87 strikeouts. He's only given up 3 home runs in almost 96 innings. Going up against Chris Bassett, very reliable pitcher, 11-8 record, career 3.8 ERA, this season 3.97, but pitching really good in the last 2 to 3 starts. 161 innings, 157 strikeouts. I love Rogers. I want to go with Rogers, but something in my gut says Bassett at home with Toronto with that lineup. They don't score a lot versus Rogers, but it is just enough. Toronto wins, but they win it by 1. So Toronto on the money line, but I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. 7:10 p.m. on MLB TV, the 57 and 90 Chicago White Sox, the second worst record in baseball behind the Colorado Rockies, on the road versus the 75 and 71 Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians back to being 4 games above 500. They've been playing overall pretty solid baseball since the All-Star break. Cleveland, 57.7% chance to win. The White Sox, a 42.3% chance. Guardians, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Chicago's plus 145, Cleveland minus 175. The White Sox, the offense is actually starting to score some runs. They're a very under-the-radar competitive team. A lot of very close losses, that's what I mean. 4.1 runs a game, 236 average, 150 home runs, 82 steals, and a 4.22 runs a game. Guardians, 3.9 runs a game, 225 batting average. They have to get that batting average up. That's one of the worst in baseball. 148 home runs, 112 strikeouts, giving up 3.87. One thing Cleveland can rely on every game, they actually pitch pretty well. Martin Perez on the mound for Chicago. Good numbers. 1-4 record, a 3.15 ERA, 45.2 innings, 39 strikeouts, only 4 home runs. Tanner Beebe, much better than he's been pitching this season. He hasn't had it yet this year. 9-11 record, 4.69 ERA, 161.1 innings, 139 strikeouts. He's given up 27 home runs. He is very susceptible to the long ball, but I'm going to go with Beebe. The Guardians at home. They're hitting the ball well. They're pitching well. Decent bullpen. Cleveland wins. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And this next series, what a series, kicking off the best rivalry in all of baseball. Apple TV, 7:10 p.m. The 81 and 65 New York Yankees versus the 81 and 66 Boston Red Sox. A half game separates, and the Red Sox just have one more loss, but they're at home. Fenway Park. They play their home stadium very well. It is very difficult to win on the road at Fenway. Right now, Boston, 56.5% chance to win. The Yankees, a 43.5%. The Yankees are second place in the East. The Red Sox are third. Whoever wins this series, though, is going to finish the series in second place. Yankees are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York minus 125. Boston plus 105. The Yankees, great offense, 5.2 runs a game, 248 batting average. They lead baseball in home runs, 246 home runs. Number one by a lot. Judge right now, 46 home runs, a 322 batting average. They have a 116 steals, 4.02 ERA. The Red Sox, though, they can do a little bit of everything. 4.9 runs a game, 254 average, 173 home runs, 125 steals. Very, very good pitching. Top 6 overall, 3.74 ERA. On the mound for the Yankees, Lewis Gill, 3-1 record, 3.31 ERA, 35.1 innings, 30 strikeouts. He has given up 23 walks, very susceptible to the walk. Do not flirt with disaster versus the Red Sox. Lucas Giolito on the mound, 10-3 record, 3.38 ERA, 130.1 innings, 107 strikeouts. I got to go with Giolito, the Red Sox bullpen. Red Sox win it at home, the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. MLB Network at 7:10 p.m. This is such a cool game because it is return back home matchup. The 77 and 70 Texas Rangers playing really good baseball the last couple weeks, well above 500, third place in the NL West on the road versus the 76 and 71 New York Mets. Can the Mets please make up their mind of what they are? Probably the most inconsistent team in baseball. Right now, New York second place in the East. But they're almost back to a 500 ball club. They are much better than this. They have played awful baseball since the All-Star break. New York, 45.6% chance to win this one. Texas, a 54.4%. Rangers are 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. Texas is minus 110. New York is minus 110. The Mets have a very good chance here to pull off the win in game one in this series. Rangers, the offense has woken up the last month. 4.3 runs a game. 236 average, 163 home runs, 123 steals. They do have the number one overall pitching team in the entire major leagues, a 3.43 ERA. That is playoff pitching right there. Just continue to give them run support. New York, 4.7 runs a game, 250 average, 199 home runs, 133 steals, and a 4.02 runs a game. The Mets have Tong on the mound, 101 record, 4.09 ERA. Small sample size, though, only 11 innings. 12 strikeouts, going up against Jacob deGrom, one of the best to ever pitch, definitely one of the best to ever pitch in a Mets uniform. He returns home back to Citi Field, going up against a guy who he was just in his place about 15 seasons ago, the young Tong, faking off with the Mets legend here, Jacob deGrom. 2.78 ERA this season, career 2.45, 155.2 innings, 169 strikeouts. I love deGrom returning home. Hopefully the fans treat him well, which I definitely think they will. Rangers win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. MLB TV, 7:10 p.m. The 84 and 63 Detroit Tigers, first place in the NL Central. We like to call it what it is. One of the best overall teams in baseball. Great offense, deep pitching on the road versus the 68 and 79 Miami Marlins. Miami 27.6% chance to win. Detroit 72.4% chance to win. Tigers are 1.5 run favorites, 6.5 over under, very low scoring game. Detroit minus 205, Miami plus 170. The Tigers are averaging 4.9 runs a game, 251 batting average, 184 home runs, 58 steals. They don't steal bases, but they're still scoring runs, giving up 3.86 runs a game. Miami, they can get on base, 4.4 runs a game, 250 batting average, 139 home runs, 116 steals, pretty balanced, giving up 4.78 runs a game. The issue stems from around their pitching. Sandy Alcantara, the past Cy Young Award winner, on the mound for Miami. Awful season. He has yet to turn it around. Give me a good start for the love of God. 8-12 record of 5.67 ERA, 154 innings, 123 strikeouts, going up against might be the best pitcher in the American League. Skubal, 13-4 record, the Cy Young frontrunner, 2.1 ERA, 180 innings, 222 strikeouts. He's racking up innings. He's striking guys out. You can't root against him. You gotta pick him every time. Give me the Tigers to win, to cover the spread. I'll go with the over. 7:15 p.m. on MLB TV. The 79 and 68 Houston Astros, first place in the AL West, but everybody in their division is starting to close in on them. They need a win bad on the road versus the 65 and 81 Atlanta Braves. If anyone knows what the heck happened to the Braves this season, leave it in the comment section. It is a mystery. Where are the real Atlanta Braves? Braves 44.8% chance to win. The Astros a 55.2. You have to respect Houston's veterans here. They are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Houston minus 134. Atlanta plus 113. The Astros 4.2 runs a game, 252 average, 162 home runs, 75 steals, and 3.84 runs a game. The Braves 4.3 runs a game, 242 average, 162 home runs, 73 steals, and 4.42 runs a game. What happened to the Braves pitching this season? No starter announced as me making this video for the Astros. I hate going into games blind, not knowing who's going to start this game. We don't know all the variables, but it is what it is. One thing you do know, the Astros have a very deep bullpen. They can use the bullpen this game. A top 3 overall bullpen in baseball. Going up against Hurston Waldrep for the Braves. 4-0 record of 1.33 ERA, 40.2 innings, 38 strikeouts, only 2 home runs. Very small sample size, but I'm going to ride it. Give me the Braves pulling off the upset, the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. 8:10 p.m., the 72 and 75 St. Louis Cardinals, veteran team here on the road versus the 89 and 58 Milwaukee Brewers. What a great record this team has. They do everything. They literally check off every single statistical box. Milwaukee 68.2% chance to win. St. Louis 31.8. The Brewers are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. St. Louis plus 155. Milwaukee minus 185. The Cardinals are averaging 4.3 runs a game, 244 average, 138 home runs, 80 steals, and 4.26 runs a game. Brewers are averaging 5.1 runs per game, 260 batting average, 157 home runs, 153 steals, 3.63 runs a game. Literally top 5 in every single stat. The number 2 steal team, top 3 overall pitching. They have a great bullpen, a great rotation. On the mound for the Cardinals, Andre Payante, 6-13 record, 5.28 ERA, 150 innings, 104 strikeouts. He's given up 20 home runs. The numbers not impressive here. The Brewers' Quinn Priester on the mound. One of the surprises this season, a 12-2 record, a 3.25 ERA, 141.1 innings, 113 strikeouts. I got to ride Priester. Got to ride the Brewers' bullpen. Milwaukee wins it. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. MLB TV, 8:10 p.m. The 73 and 74 Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks give up a lot of runs. They also score a lot of runs on the road versus the 64 and 82 Minnesota Twins. Twins completely fell apart, the last 2 to 3 months of this season. 58.6% chance to win. Diamondbacks 41.4. Twins are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Arizona plus 110. Minnesota minus 130. I said you have to respect this Diamondbacks offense. 4.9 runs a game. 250 batting average, 199 home runs, a lot of power. 109 steals, 4.47 runs a game. They're just going to outscore you. That's their goal. Minnesota, 4.2 runs a game, 239 average, 173 home runs. Pretty good power. 91 steals, 4.6 runs a game. A lot of their issues stem around the overall pitching. But that should not be an issue today with their starting pitcher. Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Awful numbers this season, ERA-wise, but whenever he pitches, they give him a buttload of run support. 13-8 record with a 5.18 ERA. They score runs for him. 153 innings, 129 strikeouts. Going up against Pablo Lopez, one of those foundational guys here for the Twins. They need a win here. They got to roll him out. 5-4 record, 2.84 ERA. 66.2 innings, 65 strikeouts. I'm riding the Twins to get a W here. Twins win it. They cover the spread. But you know what? I'm going to go with the under. At 9:40 p.m., we're getting into the late games. The 40 and 106 Colorado Rockies. It is painful to say that number. They have a lot of losses. On the road versus the 79 and 67 San Diego Padres. Second place in the AL, keeping it close with the Dodgers. San Diego, 78.1% chance to win. Colorado, 21.9%. Padres, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Colorado, plus 255. San Diego, minus 320. No one's giving the Rockies a shot to win this one. Right now, Colorado, 3.7 runs a game, 239 average, 144 home runs, 77 steals, and 6.01 runs a game. That is a very high ERA. San Diego, 4.2 runs a game. 251 batting average, 128 home runs, 97 steals, and 3.65 runs a game. The Padres, the number 1 bullpen in baseball. This team can pitch. They don't have the best offense. It is serviceable, though. A lot of veterans, good experienced hitters, great contact. On the mound for Colorado, Tanner Gordon, 5-6 record, a 6.6 ERA, which is actually pretty good for a Colorado starting pitcher. 60 innings, 46 strikeouts. He's given up 81 hits, though, in 60 innings. That is a lot. 10 home runs in 60 innings. That's a lot. Going up against J.P. Sears, 8-10 record, 5.01 ERA, 125.2 innings, 105 strikeouts. He's got 27 home runs. Both of these pitchers are getting rocked. They're getting shellacked. So ultimately, Padres have the better bullpen. If both pitchers get shelled, at least give me the one that has the better pitchers behind him. Padres win. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And at 10:05 p.m. on MLB TV, the 74 and 72 Cincinnati Reds, their numbers won't blow you away, but they're a very reliable, consistent team. Week in and week out on the road versus the 67 and 80 Athletics. The Athletics, they give up a lot of runs, but they hit a lot of home runs, top 5 overall. The A's, 43.2% chance to win. Cincinnati, 46.8. Athletics, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Reds come into this game plus 101. The Athletics, minus 120. This game is in Sacramento, minor league stadium, smaller ballpark. We might see some home runs. Reds driving 4.5 runs a game, 246 average, 146 home runs, 96 steals, and 3.91 runs a game. The A's, 4.6 runs a game, 255 average, 201 home runs, 72 steals, and 4.81 runs a game. JT Ginn on the mound for the A's, 3-6 record, 4.95 ERA, 76.1 innings, 86 strikeouts, going up against Brady Singer. Solid numbers, 13-9 record, 3.98 ERA, 149.1 innings, 145 strikeouts. The A's are the Vegas favorites at home, but I'm feeling the Reds here. Give me Cincinnati winning it, the plus 1.5. I'll go with the over. Second to last game, Apple TV, 10:10 p.m. The 69 and 77 Angels kind of very similar to the A's. They don't pitch the best, but they do hit a lot of home runs on the road versus the 78-68 Seattle Mariners, just almost completely caught up to the Houston Astros, and the Rangers are right behind them. Right now, Seattle 61.9% chance to win this game. The Angels, a 38.1% chance to win. Seattle's 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Los Angeles plus 145. The Mariners minus 175. LA right now, they're averaging 4.3 runs a game, 229 batting average, but it's all centered around home runs. Whenever they score a run, it is usually via the home run. 201 home runs, 78 steals, and 4.8 runs a game. They got to work on the pitching. Seattle, a very balanced team, 4.7 runs a game, 243 average, 213 home runs, a lot of power, 142 steals, a lot of speed, top 5 in both, and they're only giving up 3.96 runs a game. The Angels don't pitch well. It is not Kikuchi's fault. He's having a good season, 6-11 record, but only a 4.18 ERA, 161.2 innings, 163 strikeouts, going up against Luis Castillo. Great season, usually very reliable pitcher for the Mariners. 9-8 record, 3.85 ERA, 161.1 innings, 144 strikeouts. Both of these pitchers give up home runs. We might see some home runs here, but I'm going to ride the Mariners winning it at home. They win, they cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And our final game of the day, MLB Network, 10:15 p.m., the 82-64 Los Angeles Dodgers versus the 74-72 San Francisco Giants. Both teams in the NLS. Dodgers first place, Giants third place. San Francisco 48.8% chance to win. The Giants do pitch well. They don't score a lot of runs, but they can pitch. Dodgers 51.2. When you look at this Dodgers roster, the best roster in baseball when they're healthy. That's the issue. When they're healthy, they have yet to be healthy this season. Dodgers still 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. LA minus 160. San Francisco plus 135. Dodgers averaging 5.1 runs a game. 252 average. 215 home runs. Top 3. 82 steals and 4.03 runs a game. San Francisco, the offense, maybe a little spark the last 2 to 3 weeks. 4.4 runs a game. 239 batting average. 159 home runs. 64 steals and 3.76 runs a game. The Giants are turning to Verlander, the veteran himself. Verlander's about 75 years old right now. 3-10 record, a 4.09 ERA, but he's one of the best pitchers on the last 2 decades. First ballot Hall of Famer. He's just still pitching just because he likes to pitch. 127.2 innings, 120 strikeouts. Going up against Yamamoto, the Dodgers ace, 11-8 record, 2.72 ERA, 155.1 innings, 177 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Dodgers winning it, but Verlander, he usually seems to pitch much better. The closer the season gets to the playoffs, he turns into a completely different pitcher. He is shut out even at his advanced age. Give me LA winning it, covering the spread. I'll go very low scoring, close game though. I'll go with the under. Guys, that's our predictions, our picks, our best bets for every single baseball game we have coming up for Friday, September 12th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on these picks? Let me know what your picks are. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out that pinned comment down below. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.